Hello. Sorry about the wait. Hope y'all are doing well. It is time. And by it is time, I mean it is time to play some more Final Fantasy 14. Uh, will I finish post ARR today? I have no idea. Probably, but probably not. I don't know how long this last part is. Because I know I did it kind of in stages when I played the first time. So I'm not going to waste too much time. We're just going to go ahead and get into it. Except I did not set up the windows for it. Hehehe. Oh, cool. That's already set up. That's good. And then the sound is in there. Hi, Alex. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Trying to get my sound working. Okay. There we go. What is this from? I'm listening to my sister's Nintendo play or not Nintendo playlist, but video game playlist, and I don't remember what this came from. Where are we? I think a WarioWare Move It? Maybe? Maybe. Oh, that's completely fair. School is school. And it's a new what's it? It's a new schedule to have to adjust to. So, totally understandable that you've been away for a bit, but I'm glad you're back now. Hopefully you've been able to make time for stuff that you like to do. I miss the school. My husband also started school not too long ago too. He's going back to school now. So, he started up like 3 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago. And he's getting used to it. He hasn't been to school in a minute. He's been taking online classes, but now he's going in person, and that's a change. Okay, I'm not gonna waste too much time. I'm just gonna go ahead and start up the cutscenes and start playing 2.5. I'm most eager to. Oh shit! I just dropped my papaya. I thought I dropped it on the floor. I was just grabbing a little bit of dried papaya that I had gotten after dinner, and I accidentally dropped it, and it fell on the desk. But I thought I dropped it on the floor, and I think dogs can have papaya, but I didn't want to find out after they ate it. It's okay. The papaya's safe. I ate it. Whew. Oh my goodness, this is sweet. Like really sweet. I like dried fruit, but it gets so gosh darn sweet. Okay. Back on task. I'm most eager to address the ASEAN threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was wise of us to for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Lest you forget, antecedent, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Sava, in particular, is ever a steadying hand who I trust will continue to support the Braves. Uh huh. To what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Teleji Adeleji and his monetarist ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Raban needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I would be it would be best it would be for the best if I were to remain in Ul'dah, unless you have any objection. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Mumbrida's research is proceeding as planned? So she tells me, though I'm not familiar with the details. Urianger is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sand, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Sava, while we focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alphino and his braves with theirs. It would do much to restore faith in the immortal flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Ryle's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Ul'dah riots. When you are finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Time to address political unrest. I'm so close to the end. I'm so close to the end. Oop, I was not meant to talk to you. Hi, Tataru. Pleasure as always, Sava. You'll be escorting the commander to Ul'dah, I take it. Actually, I had another task in mind for her. If you would be so kind as to repeat your report for her benefit. Right then. Me and mine have been taking inquiries into the source of the weapons that were found their ways into refugee hands a ways back. Oh no, his diction is gonna make this difficult. So happens we caught wind of something promising. A rather large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt that this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for this transaction to remain secret. Brings to mind that merchant that caught Nero while talking to Sava, don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that these clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, it might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, savvy? Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you, Sava? Then it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you would excuse me, I must leave for Ul'dah. I expect good tidings. Hello, Sava. Are you sleeping well? You must be absolutely exhausted from saving the realm on a daily basis. Only Tataru understands. I don't even know why I'm trying to run. We're teleporting. Teleporting to Drymon. That is not High Bridge. No, that is High Bridge. What am I talking about? Ah, Sava. My scouts have been keeping a close eye on the Black Marketeer, and it would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard, common thugs of no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath a woman of your standing, and Commander Levier needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men ever have need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, 'tis only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay, and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the client does not escape with me, or that the clients do not escape with me, Sava. Right behind you, Ilbert. Oh, wrong way. The entrance is over here. No, it's not. Where is the entrance? Doesn't matter. Though I do need to go up. And up some more. Ah, that's where I'm supposed to be. Not with that fate, though. I spy the one man, but there... Jesus, can y'all keep it down over there? I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men and I will slip past and catch the Marketeer unawares. Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend. Get to beat some people up. Y'all are way too loud over there. I need y'all to chill. That's the wrong direction, isn't it? Probably. Nope, that's not the wrong direction. Where the fuck am I supposed to be? Down here. Hey there, hired thug. Who goes there? An adventurer? Damn fool, you should have never come here. Too easy, too easy. Wham and bam. And thank you, ma'am. Oh, come on, really? Okay. Where the fuck am I supposed to be? This way. Yep, this way. What I probably should have done to keep myself from getting all the way to 60 now is, what's it called? Should have started leveling another class. Could have taken up Samurai. Or Ninja, like Yaguri suggested. I don't understand. What's this all about? Ah! The hell? What the hell? Oh no. As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard and to bring an inexperienced recruit. Commander Levier will be most disappointed. Damn it all, a golden opportunity wasted. As for the clients, though, we know not how they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of Duskwhite sellswords we suspect may be them. Would that we could have enlisted the aid of the immortal flames or the brass blades. Alas, we are to aid them. We're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we've secured the weapons. Yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. Yeah, done fucked it up. I will join the first in their hunt for the Duskwhite sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Ulda in my stead. Entrust them to the third Yuyahase. He will take care of the rest. So later on, in later expansions, there's some quests that you can do where you have to carry a crate or carry an item to where it needs to go. Glad I don't have to do that here. Why am I trying to go? You know what? Actually, no, teleport. Just teleport. It's easier. Actually, I can return. Cause Ulda is still my home point. Yeah, it is samurai. I'll do that later. That'll be something I do off stream, is start leveling samurai probably. Ooh, I could start Heaven's Ward with samurai. That'd be fun. That'd actually be really fun. Where am I supposed to be fucking going? Hang on. Bro, where are you? You are... Where the fuck are you? You're across from... what's it called? You're across from the one place. What the fuck? Gladiators Guild, that's it. So I could probably go to Weaver's Guild and get closer. Just not that way. Yuyahase. What are y'all doing over here? The Warrior of Light. Ever reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Kurthus. Now, what brings you to us this day? Got a box? Oh no. Oh. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilbury, you say? Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? Ryle stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly, Ryle is unfamiliar with the ways of Uldan merchants, whoever strive to present themselves as greater as they are. Whoever strive to present themselves as greater as they are, than they are. Yellow. We should be thankful that this information was not completely erroneous, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There will be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand and watch, not to seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the cerulean processing plant. Oh, you had dinner too. What did you have for dinner? Did you have soup tonight, or did you make soup yesterday? Chicken Caesar salad, yum. Time for the fourth to earn their keep, eh? Well, Alian, for the freedom of all. Oh, you did make soup yesterday, okay. I'm not a big fan of salad, but also my phone never died. I got lucky. Good job. I had to get off the phone anyway because I needed to start making tortillas. We were making fajitas tonight. You remember the like preseason spicy chicken fajita thighs that I talked to you about from HEB? Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the immortal flames will hear of your contribution. Until we meet again. Ooh, y'all made the tortillas? No. I didn't. I heated them. So, HEB also has these tortillas that are uncooked, like flour tortillas that you have to heat up yourself. I made those. Those are really good tortillas. But the week that I went grocery shopping, they had a deal on the spicy chicken thighs where if you bought two of them, like 2 packs of them, you get a pack of cheese, like a bag of shredded cheese, a 20 count pack of tortillas, some chips and salsa for free. But the chicken was good. I really liked it. Oh, and a pack of beans, like a pack of like refried beans. So we got all of that. Got some refried beans and stuff. Had some chips and salsa. The chips and salsa were good. And the chicken for the fajitas were really good. What I should have done was gotten some veggies to have like roasted veggies with it, but I didn't know when we were making it. We were originally planning on making this on Sunday, but then plans fell through. So it ended up being Wednesday that we made them instead, which if I had bought vegetables, they would have gone bad. I like the HEB refried beans too, except I didn't get the canned ones. It's the ones that are in the bag, like a little pouch of refried beans that you just have to heat up in the microwave. They turn out really good. Like refried pinto beans. And I didn't have to add seasoning to pretty much anything. Sava, a word if you please. If it please ye. If it please ye. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time. Don't you worry. I had a whistle for you last time? No. I didn't have to add extra seasoning. That's what I should have said. They ended up tasting pretty good without extra seasoning. Like, you know how sometimes you have to add extra seasoning to stuff? Because it's like, it's good, but it's not like... It needs a little more love. I'll just run there. That was the situation. I don't like that saying. Never say that again. You will be banned. Ew. That sounds terrible. I don't like that. Yanking your dog. I hate that. And yanking your dog on the chain just makes me think of like you yanking a chain that at one end or at the other end has a Costco hot dog on it or something. Thanks for indulging me request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burning Wall, when you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out. Just pulling your dog's turkey leg. That's even worse. That's not quite how the first told it. These Duskwights they're chasing. Latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw him yourself. Not before the fighting started and not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in my bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. I'm playing with Mario. I'm grabbing his leg and... Yes. Give me that turkey leg. He does have little turkey legs, though. I miss Mario. I need him to come over. I need him to come all the way from Arizona and come play with his brother and sister. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started. Believe me, the commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking guild from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Might go and visit. Definitely not just to see Mario. I don't know. I've thought about visiting too. Actually, I was told that Southwest currently has a sale on what's it called? On flights. So I might go for a couple days if I can find a good deal and have the time to go, because these next couple weeks are going to be a little crazy with Caro's got a barn hunt trial next weekend. And then after that, I'm going to be out of town for a conference. And I'll be getting back Sunday morning. And I might still take the dogs to the pool Sunday morning. So, I don't know. It's going to be a busy next couple weeks. Forgive me, friend. I have a lot on my mind these days. And I appreciate you lending an ear. Right then. Best get back to it. He said, something's not right in these parts. Sava, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you're able. I'm on the way, Tataru. I probably wouldn't go to Arizona in the summer, though. Too fucking hot. Too fucking hot. And it just started cooling down here. I'm back. Thank you for coming so quickly, Sava. We've a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady by all indications. Our guest is with the antecedent and the solar at present. Oh my god. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? I'm trying to think, who is it from Ishgard that comes here? Is it Lucia? It is Lucia! Lucia, my love! I missed you. It's been too long. It's my girl. I love her. Marita, I love you too. It's almost time for a keeper of the lake. Sure. Time for keeper of the lake. Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Arianje stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, in his campaign, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius van Belsar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought that his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day, Midgar Sormer, legendary guardian of Silver Tier Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and held a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silver Tier Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging with the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's ceruleum engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silver Tier Falls into the desolate wasteland as it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether from malms around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Amarek's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done, and precious little time to do it. Get back to work, all of you! Hi, Totaro. Bye, Totaro. Aw, damn, it's foggy. You can see the lake all the way from over here. Or not the lake, but the wreckage. You're in luck, miss. I was about to send word to Revenant's Toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of some spare parts and other equipment. So it's true, then. The Ishgardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again. Well, from here that seems rather unlikely, but if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrias, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. Keeper of the Lake! It's been a while since I've done this dungeon, honestly. It's been a minute. I feel like I remember this dungeon being particularly frustrating when I last played it, though. But I think it was because I didn't know how stack markers and spread markers work at the time. Because that's like one of the first places that you saw a stack marker. Up until, well, now. When you see it a lot. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. And then we will go ahead and enter the dungeon. So, I will be right back. I'm back. Oh, there we go. Okay. I really don't remember a whole lot about this dungeon. That's not what I wanted. It's dime. Mm-mm. Hi back, I'm big. I probably could open up Samurai while I'm waiting for this dungeon to start. It might be a good idea. Sure, we'll go ahead and do that. Never mind. We're not gonna teleport. Come on, DPS. You got this. I have no memory of this place. I remember bits and pieces. But that's about it. There's our big boy. Can I even go further? I probably can. Nope, I can't. Why? Probably be helpful if I actually used my cooldowns like I'm supposed to. Okay. And we get another one. Alright, that went well. Oh, we've got 2 summoners. Double the fun. Oh, thank you for bringing me all the way over here, as you intended. Ah, fuck. Just messing up my rotation. Yep, this is the one that I had trouble with way back when. Oh, fuck. I did not mean to start without them being in here. This should push... No. It doesn't provide a pushback. Oh yeah, there's that. Ah. Does this have something to do with it, or... I don't remember. Oh, fuck. Ooh! We'll just... Gotta pay attention. I'm sorry, does this guy have a machine gun on him? Oh. Ugh. We'll just stand right here. Kick his ass. Aw, buddy. Come on, man. Yay. Everybody here? Okay. Let's get him. We on way. We on way. We on way. Uh-oh. And I'm sorry I'm not talking a whole bunch right now. I am like, lock the fuck in. So I'm not throwing things off too much for the rest of the party. Oh, okay. That was a choice. Come on. Oh, fuck. Mistakes have been made. And I'm currently making some questionable decisions. Shit. Okay. I'll wait to use fight or flight until the next round of ads. Ah, it's you. Maybe you were the problem. Again, I forgot to wait until everybody got here. Like an asshole. Oh, I was not supposed to stay there. Uh-uh-uh. Uh-uh-uh. Fuck. That was what I was trying not to do, but it ended up happening. There we go. Oh my god, why is my tank stance off? The fuck? Why was my tank stance off? Well, I feel real silly. Did we come from that way? I forgot. Yep, totally came from that way. Huh. What level is this stuff? I don't even know. Caca! Caca! I guess I could roll on some of this stuff. Okay. Come on. Cooldowns. Oh, that didn't work. That's okay. Working our way up. Damn. This dungeon's a lot shorter than I thought it was supposed to be. Because we're already at the top at the last boss. I was not expecting that. Listen, I just have one question for you. Did you roar not too long ago? Like recently? I just had a question. I just needed it answered. That's all I needed. Why did I do that? That was stupid. Well, standing off to the side was a good idea. I don't remember what to do about this. Oh, whoop. Probably shouldn't stand there either. I'm too far away! I should have stayed close, and I don't know why I went so far out. Oh, fuck. Disgust. Why am I using AoEs? For no reason. Oh, fuck. Ow. Excellent job. Boop, 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 boop. Oh. Oh, can I? Nope. Can I hit from that far? Don't know. It's fine. Mm-hmm. That could have been closer. That's okay. Oh. That's not a lot, but it'll have to do. Okay. GG. Sorry I forgot, or I'm sorry I accidentally turned off tank stance in the middle of dungeon. Oh, that was sweet of them. Oh, but only a moment. Glad to know you're still kicking in whatever way it is. forgot this bit. This is how he takes away my candies. My candies, they're going away. Can hear, feel, and think no longer. Let me talk to my mommy again. Oh, is this the part where he turns into a tiny dragon? A little dragonlet, if you will. He is small. He is small but mighty. Bye, Mega's armor. I can summon Midgard's armor by selecting the corresponding entry within your minion guide under character in the main menu. I have a new minion, yay! I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? Ah, but you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphino left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. Alrighty. It does look very, very cool in the gloom, though. Not gonna lie. Hi, Lucia. Bye, Tataru. Bye, Tataru. Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. I came as soon as Menphelia informed me of Sir Americ's request. You've completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. Then I would hear your report. Actually, I was going to report to Menphelia about it. You conversed with Midgard Somer. I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Worm Lord did not perish and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Less a resurrection and more a rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Aymeric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgard Somer in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk, lest we forget men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection, and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. So don't bring the dragon minion to Sir Aymeric, is what you're saying. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Aymeric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Is there something you're not telling us, Sava? You seem different somehow. 'Tis almost as if you're missing something. Something important. Yeah, so Midgard Sormer took my blessing of light. 12 for Fen. Midgard Sormer stripped you of your blessing of light. Are you all right? How do you feel? I see. It is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgard Sormer made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came to existence, so too did the great worm. Althic and Nimia, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgard Sormer ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Heidelin herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to. Oh my God! Mayhap you will have an opportunity to. Oh my. Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burn our fens needlessly. Ugh. Why does my face feel like it's just... It is very difficult to talk right now. Hi, buddy. Art thou a pawn or master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal? Thine own hands? You started it. With me, at least. But I did crash our final resting place. And tread upon your bones. But I did fight you. But I did fight you and win, fair and square. So, at least don't mock me. Lucia, you're so happy to see me. I love you. The Dravanians are coming. The Dravanians are coming. Bye, Lucy. I love you. The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgard Stormer who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance, and pray that our fears are unfounded. Ether on demand! Oh. Ere I forget, I believe Moonbrita has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there's been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Asians. Pray, inform her that our business with the Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. Moonbrita, my beloved! Where are you? Shit. This way. I must confess, the relationship between those crystal formations and the destruction of the Asians quite escapes me. Professor Lambertaint has published a thorough study on corrupted crystals and their properties. I highly recommend you procure yourself a copy of his work. I don't think that'll help him or me or anybody. All done with your talk of dragons? Wonderful, because Asians are next on the menu. Let's head into the solar, shall we? Sure. Such statuesque beauty and possessed of a mind for research to match her belly for hard liquor. What does a woman of so many charms see in musty old Urianger? Not Urianger being called musty. Also, Thancred, for once I agree with you. I'm telling you, Thancred, keep pestering Moonbrita, and the only thing you'll become intimate with is her axe. I love you, Ida. Oh my god. These were interactions I never bothered to read previously. And I'm glad I'm doing so now. The whole gang's here. I love the presentations. You said that before, though. Movement. It's a party then. It's a party party. The whole gang's here. Let's go. Now, Hatchetara. It would seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. The Fourth have already deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilred will brief you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at the headquarters in Ul'dah. I shall take command of our forces with a lighter heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines. Hi, Hoary Boulder. Your duties take you to Northern Thanalan, do they not? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stones for a time. Flemin travels to Ul'dah, and we shall serve as her escort. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations, threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it is my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united front or we shall fall. How extraordinary that my little Asilla is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I might now stand at her side, not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. A colleague with influential connections. But I fear that Ul'dah has become a place of danger even for one so familiar with her streets. Bah, woe betide the blackguard that so much as glares in your direction, my lady. My mouth is getting dry. I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way then? Bye, guys. Okie dokie. Everybody's going to Thanalan. I hate this thing. Away. I know I can fly no higher. I'm not flying higher. Okay, this is a little ridiculous. I'm supposed to be going this way. Your mount could fly no higher. I'm not even tree height. Full red. Commander Levier sent word that you'd be coming. A veteran of your talent is most welcome. Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, mind you. I've learned a trick or two since that disaster with the Amalja. But returning to the task at hand, the Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Raban's push. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing: getting their hands on resources found here at the processing plant. Why am I trying to say processing plant? The Garleans could begin marching on us at any time. Pray speak with Lieutenant Edelstein that we might coordinate our counter strategy. In the meantime, I will inform the others that you've arrived. No doubt it'll be welcome tidings. Private Inovish, my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during Operation Archon. Would that we could sit at a would that we could sit a while and reminisce about old times, but I fear more pressing matters require our attention. The civilian draftsmen, you see, have come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. I had my sappers take a look, and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices, devices of Imperial design no less. By my order, the Flames stationed here are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. Though it troubles me that we were unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men will be able to neutralize the threat for now. In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news on the latest movements of the Imperial Army. I would once again ask for your aid. Oh, shit. We've been keeping a close eye on that Garlean garrison, and 'twould seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take to the field and meet this assault head on. I have apprised your fellow scions of the situation, and am heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Alian? Sure, we'll say Alian. Pray report to Lieutenant Alian and lend your much welcome strength to the counter-offensive. I'm on the way. Not you, Wilred. Glad to have you with us, Sava. As I'm sure Lieutenant Edelstein has explained, the Garleans have deployed a small force from Castra Meridianum. Their main column assembles to the north near Dalamud's Talons, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. Hi, Elbert. They wish you to rush forth and commit a battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Elbert. Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, the Fourth should have little trouble contending with aught the Garleans might throw at them. But even you cannot be aware everywhere at once. The Third was getting restless holed up in Ul'dah, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the plant's defenses and add their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. Aye, 'twould be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take this fight to the Garleans. A wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Scions shall join the Fourth and give battle to this main column. You're with the Third, then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yuyihase. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Reading is hard. Dog. Woo woo. Pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater coin. Now, this detached force we've sent to eliminate the split into smaller... Wait. Been sent to eliminate has been split into smaller squads. The better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of any enemy soldiers. Aye, this will be a simple search and destroy. We'll rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. Ah. I sense a hostile presence. I forgot what Bulwark does. What does Bulwark do? I remember not. I'm not supposed to be going that way. Got more Garleans to dispatch. And apparently an Earth Sprite, too. Oh. I almost thought that was supposed to be mine, and I'm like, wait a minute, no. You seem grim, Scion. I'll take that to mean that between us, more than a few Garleans won't be making it back to the castrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another one of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the Fourth and let Lieutenant Alien know the west is now clear. I would appreciate it if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Edelstein. Private Ivavish, what news of the Garleans? They did. Their raiding parties are no more, then. Excellent. The Amagina engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. You must be anxious for word of your fellows, word of your fellows. Lieutenant Alian has reported a sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. The Roganin lady with the large axe. It would appear she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but Northern Thanalan is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. Gladly. Brita, I'm coming for you. Siphon, 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 siphon. His fucking voice. Oh, not Brielles. Mommy did not forget me. She did not. Time to discuss the evil plan. Flee! Flee! Fat cat away! Oh, oh, oh. Not getting stuck at the gate. Can I go through the door? No, I can't. I have to go this way. Gotta take the railroad. What is flying around up there? What is flying around up there? Is it a bird? I think it is a bird. That has to be... Yeah, that's a bird. I was just like, what the fuck is that? Oh, you can see the walls of the crystal tower from here. That's kind of cool. That's neat. How did you get back before me? You're here. Master Louis Sua's staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now. Run! It's not there. I hate his voice so much. Schlorp. Breed are you? But you. Hey, the chrysalis. Actually, before I do this, I am going to get more shit. Actually, yeah, we're getting more shit. I think I can get level 60 stuff now, though. It's not ironworks stuff. It's... I don't remember the name of it. What is it? Oh, maybe I can't get that yet. There's gotta be a way. Actually, we'll deal with that in a minute. There we go. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. You there. Oh, I can't. I can't get it. Sag. Okay, well, that answers that question. Have that already. I don't have that. I do have the choker, the ring, or the bracelet, and... Or we'll just wait. Guess who remembers little and less of these mechanics? What's up, Memphilia? Then there's you. You're such a creep, Nabriales. It's the sideburns. The sideburns is what makes you a creep. Alright. Let's go. I don't think he knows that his... Is his tank stance on? I think it is. It's... Ooh! Ow! 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 Why ow? trouble getting that one. This is gonna hurt. Ow. Ow. We'll get this one. Okay, I should not hit those again. Oh no. Is there... no? Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oops. Why did I use arm's length? That's weird. That was a choice. Let me get out of the way. Oh. Stop bouncing around like a bitch. Maybe I don't stand in that. Gotta alternate. Oh. Ow, that kind of hurt. No, I'm heavy. That heavy is not cleansable. Oops. You bitch. Woo! Time to get slurped. Ah, this bit. Oh. Is it a... I forget. I forgot. Shit, shit, shit. There we go. Do I have to tank each area? Oh, shit. Was I not aware? I was. Oh, this... Oh, fuck. I'm dead. I don't remember this. I remember none of this bit. It's fine. It's fine. You got this. He's down, he's down. Yay. Secret Asian man. Da 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 da. We totally all survived. Everybody definitely survived that. Absolutely everybody. Nothing happened to anybody. Brita, please get help. Please. Slurp. Your slurping days are over, Nabrieles. You would think that thing be heavier than what it looked like. Your slurping days are over, Nabrieles. What kind of fuckery is this? What kind of fuckery is this? Rah! That probably couldn't have come at a worse time. No, no. No, no. This is fine. This is fine. Not anymore, you're not, bitch. So the first time I went through this, unfortunately, I was spoiled by it. Or I spoiled myself and knew she was gonna die. And how did I find out? I found out because I was looking to see how many quests I had left in this whole 100-yard dash, is what it was called previously. Because back when I played this, there were still over 100 quests between the end of AR and the beginning of Heavensward. Back in the day. Back in my day. So I found out she was going to die before she died. But I was still upset about it because she was my favorite. Yeah, about that. I also remember after the chrysalis, because it took me a little bit to get it finished. My friend came by afterwards and was like, "So, how'd it go?" And I'm like, "Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk about it." Never have I seen Urianger so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in Charlian Manor, or in the Charlian Manor, to celebrate Moonbria's life and mourn her passing. Mm-hmm. As Moonbrita was a native of Charlian, I feel it is only fitting that we gather before the mark of the scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? 'Tis a monument found at Rathfrost and is sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the city of learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her sorry, oh god, and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the mother crystal. Actually, the loss of those close to you is never easy, and Ida was closer to Moonbrita than most. Was there aught we might have done to save her? 'Tis foolish to torture oneself with such thoughts, but the heart is ofttimes deaf to quiet reason. As ever, I was a step too late. Moonbrita showed us the way forward at the cost of her own life. What worth is her sacrifice if we do not follow where it leads? Let us gather at Rathfrost and show our respects to our fallen comrade. Then we shall continue the work she began. I don't want to believe she's really gone. Neither do I, Ida. Neither do I. I forgot the normal way to get here. Oh. That's the normal way to get here. Oh, now you're back. Where's Tataru? The rising stones feel somehow colder. Brita always carried with her such an abundance of warmth and cheer. We must find some means of protecting ourselves from Asian intrusions. There must be a way. I loathe to see Ida in such pain, but I have not the words to comfort her. Can you imagine it? I, Papalymo, the one who has an eloquent comment for every situation, am at a loss for words. I don't feel much like talking at the moment. If you could just give me some time. Where's Tataru? Oh, she's not in here. Where's Tataru? Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me. As antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Sava? 'Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast. But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duties. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louis Salah, Moonbrita, our fellows at the Waking Sands. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of my own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, Sava. There is no other oh my god. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. Victory won, a comrade lost, to honor the falling, the living forge ever on, towards the light of a new day. It's fine. I'm just trying to see. This should be 5.52, technically. There it is. I'm just trying to see how many more quests I have left, because I'm curious. And my elbow itches. Ow. 2.55, that's what it was. Where is it? That wasn't it. Oh, there we go. Got 16 quests left. Fun. Okay. Have you a moment, Sava? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Mugrida's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. You want to talk, Doc, Ida? Hey, it's Sava. Great. Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I can't face it at the moment, so I was wondering, do you think you can maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you, and the daisy at Rathfrost. Gotta grab more ironwork stuff while I'm thinking about it. Not you. I already have that. I don't have the rest of the stuff, I don't think. I have knocked items. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Except I only can get like one item right now, so... Top it is. Oh. Oh my god. That's terrible. Guess I could finish up this quest while I'm at it. I have options. Rotano blue. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? No. They've got you running errands now. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you'd best learn how to say no, or else they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here then, take it. And tell that either lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. That's why she didn't want to go talk to her. Makes sense. Vroom vroom, bitch. Rowena can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So, anyway, let's see it. Moonbreeda loved these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her. Oh, you're back. He speaks so fucking slowly. There it is. And there's the dragons. There's a lot of y'all. It's happening. It's happening. Mega Sheba away. Oh, hello. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Mubira's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us with little time to mourn. The envoy from Kurthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. Owie. The envoy is here. Lucia, my beloved, yep. Thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may. Certainly, you come with news of the Dravanians. Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago. Then battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. It is reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well. I shall depart for Kurthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emerich's authority in this matter, that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgard Somer and survived. Anything you can share on your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. It would seem that the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Sava. And the dragons are on the loose. They're loose. They're loose. Ow, fuck. Ow. Oh no. Hi, Sal. Well, womp womp. The dragons have arrived. Okay, I actually need to go to the restroom. So, I will be right back. And we're gonna get as far as we can tonight. I still have work tomorrow, but we're gonna try to get as far in this as we can. Because next week will be the end, probably. Okay, BRB. Just realized that my mic was not on this whole entire time. And I forgot everything I said in the last, like, 5-10 minutes. 'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend who, when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster, though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived, and would treat with you in the intercessory. So we gotta go outside, and then go back inside, and then go back outside, and then go back inside. Greetings, Benham. Shall I show you inside? Yeah. Hey, Emmerich. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. Estinian! Oh, you're not Estinian. You're Estinian. Mr. Grumpy Jumpy himself. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So, you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, and confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Haldreth, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldreth plucked from the bested worm's skull, simply known as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of its strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. They are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength, though the endless march of years the dragons through the endless march of years the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share a perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe you believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole in their We must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Arkine, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until Garlean's arrival, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurthus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Modona. 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Aymeric. Through the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Denefin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Dun dun dun! Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in a common cause. Sir Emerick was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Yep. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedent. Bye, Grumpy Jumpy. See you later. He grumpy, he jumpy. He grump, he jump. Oh, there's Totaro. Hi, Totaro. Bye, Totaro. If you're looking for the Scions, they've already left for the Alliance nations. I do hope Ishgard will be saved. Ah, they're all back. Was that the first time I heard that line? Was that the first time we hear that line? I feel like we heard it back in ARR. I could be wrong. Bye, guys. Ryle is always watching. Okay, we'll do one more. I've bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alphino. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of your own security. Remnant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Kurthus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray, brief Slaffborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Totaro accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp on the practical challenges we may encounter. Jesus. I can't talk anymore. This will definitely be the last quest I do. And that'll leave me with 11 quests left. We are rather close to Kurthus, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll need to have the beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Sava. I have 101 things to discuss with Slaffborn. We go. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Kurthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at the siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will always answer your call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. Ever determined Tataru. You don't look mysterious and foreboding at all, but you're also ephemeral, so you're just chilling. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Fair. Completely fair. Have a good day, madam. Ryle. What you got for me, buddy? Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little El Amigo by the name of Wilred was there with the fourth on that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since. Have you? God damn it! I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. But that ain't all. Around the time Wilred stopped turning up for duty, then black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ul'dah. So now, of course, the Braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company is a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing as binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and the steady pay. Now, compared to the most others in this crew, Wilred's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he'd noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I'll bet me good eye, oh my god, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilred. Any road, we've got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Sava. Ryle's got an eye on everything. So, Ishgard seeks sellswords to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of this siege, those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. Ah, but I have pledged myself to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I'm loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do, what to do. You're up there. But you're down here. You're down here somewhere. There you are. Angular adventurer. Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I look up to the mantle of that I took up the adventure. Oh my god. That I took up the mantle of adventurer in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. Also fair. Not in here. Wackus bonkus? Wackus bonkus? Sell me blade to the Ishgardians. Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin was good. I've worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hockey did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that of for a heavy purse. Hi, Wackus bonkus. Now, where's Tataru? She's back this way. There you are, Sava. So, did you sway any hearts? Like 2. 1 or 2, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slaffborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant's Toll veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Okay, I think that's where we're gonna end it tonight, because it is 11 o'clock. And the next one is an allied perspective, which should be, yeah. I think that's where we'll head up, or where we'll end up. Because next couple will be Steps of Faith, and then yeah, and then the end of ARR officially. Sweet. So, just a handful of quests left, and I should be entering Heaven's Word next week, which I'm very, very excited about. Depending on how my weekend goes, I may do an extra stream just to finish out Heaven's Word before next Wednesday. But it heavily depends on how I feel. um, it depends on if I feel like streaming this weekend. So, that is a possibility, but not a promise. But if you stuck around this long, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I will be back on. Today's Wednesday? I'll be back on Friday with. Oh my god. Forgotten Lands Friday. So I'll be playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land on Friday. And then Monday, I will actually get back to Final Fantasy VII and do Temple of the Ancients. And I think that'll put me halfway through. That'll put me roughly halfway through 7. Maybe a little bit more than halfway through 7. I don't know. Based on my sources being Michaela, I think she said that the second half is really, really long just because you're having to do a lot. So, but story-wise, I think that puts us halfway through. Yeah, that's it. So next stream will be Friday, and then there might be a fun little weekend stream for Final Fantasy 14. But other than that, Wednesday or Friday and Monday, Forgotten Land Friday, Midgar Monday, and then we'll be back on Warrior of Light Wednesday. So, once again, if you stuck around, thank you. I really appreciate it. Here are my socials if you want to follow me on those. Those being my Blue Sky and my YouTube channel. YouTube has my VODs. Unfortunately, I do not do any edited videos. I just don't really have the time for it. And Blue Sky just pretty much is a notification for when I post, or not when I post, when I start streaming, when I'm live. Eventually I'll put more in there, but right now, trying to avoid social media as much and doom scroll a little less. But eventually it'll be more, I feel like. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I hope y'all have a good rest of your week, and I will talk to y'all in a couple days. Bye!